Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. Back with another nightcap. So we've got a Czech Pilsner, a bit lighter than the first beer. 5%. And it's by White Bay Brewery. They're out of Rozelle, which is the Balmain Peninsula in Sydney. As far as lagers go in our country, these guys are right up there. I honestly feel like they're one of the best. They've done a bit of a rebrand with their cans lately. I think this is part of their core range. I'm not too sure. As far as White Bay goes on the channel, I did some Oktoberfest lagers recently that were really good. I did the 3 beers in the one stream, and I've also done an Imperial Stout. But one of my favourite lagers in the country is Gantry Crane, which is by White Bay, and that's a limited edition Czech Pilsner. So if this is half as good as that, I'm going to be a fan. So yeah, it just says on the back, it's a White Bay kind of day, one where we cheers our Czech mates. Yes, this is our take on one of the world's greatest beers, a crisp Czech Pilsner, brewed on Sydney Harbour, at home anywhere. So yeah, when I went to Sydney, I did the whole Sydney brewery scene. It was amazing, and yeah, these guys are in a really beautiful spot. It was a really massive industrial shed, like brew pub, and yeah, good people there. Um, Hopefully, I get back there someday. I really want to do Sydney again. It's really enjoyable. Cheers, Dan. Good to see you, brother. But yeah, simple but effective can artwork. Looks cool with the water reflection. So yeah, let's get into it. And yeah, 5% this one. I've got my proper glassware. It's a bit different, this glass. It's sort of like a canned glass, just the way they've got the label on there and stuff. So yeah, a bit of a spontaneous review, this one. Cheers, Chris. Good to see you, dude. I did the West Coast IPA before, which I had planned like 10 hours ago. But yeah, this is just a follow-up. I just felt like another beer, so I was like, stuff it. It's weird going from a West Coast to a Pilsner, but oh well. Top of the morning, Chris. Good to see you, boys. I'll have to do another hangout. It's been a while. But yeah, looks orange in the, it's probably just my hand behind it. There you go, that's better. It's more of a straw colour. It's lighter in reality than on the camera. Very lively carbonation. I'd say probably light to medium body, about a 3-finger head. Looks pretty good. I love just seeing the bubbles rising up. It's cool. Let's go a whiff. And I hope you boys have had a good weekend. Goes around too quick. Come home from work, you relax, and then you're back at work again for the week. So yeah, quite biscuity. A little bit grainy. White bread. Or I could even say, like, quite often I'll say multi-grain bread when I get that bready, grainy character. Just reminds me of like when you have sandwiches as a kid or even like an adult, you'd normally have like white bread, but every now and then you'd go multi-grain. And that's what I get, sort of multi-grain sandwich. So yeah, it's definitely grassy. A touch floral. I'm getting a little touch of lemon. Definitely clean though. You can see straight through it. Looking forward to this one. Cheers, Dorito. Good to see you, brother. I actually wouldn't mind a Ukrainian beer. That'd be good. There's an actual style called Russian Imperial, like a Russian Imperial Stout. It's like real big, bold, and rich. And a couple of breweries there when the conflict was going on were calling them Ukrainian Imperial Stouts and would have like the blue and yellow flag. But yeah, let's not get political now. Cheers, boys and girls. I'm going in. My dog's making some interesting noises behind me. As long as he doesn't fart. So yeah, quite grainy, but I like it. Biscuity, grainy. As I said, yeah, like multi-grain bread. Touch of lemon. There's like some pepper on the finish. It's very dry. Good bitterness. Could smash this all day long. God, they do lagers well, these guys. I misspelled. Did you boys come from any other streams or you just sort of chilling? It's pretty quiet on the old tube lately. We were talking about it in the stream before. Not only in the beer community, but a lot of the other communities have been saying how it's been really quiet. I got a ticket to Metallica today, boys. So I'm doing Oasis and Metallica in the same week. So that's going to be pretty rad. November next year, though. I've got to wait a long time. Oh, yeah. Fuck, you're on the West Coast. It's early as shit for you. You'd be off to work. Yeah, so they're within 4 days of each other, Oasis and Metallica, both playing the same stadium, similar setup. And I've got front general admission for both, so it's going to be sick as. Yeah, dude. When do the boys like come to Australia? Because they're doing like a whole tour thing, aren't they? I love how the foamy head's sticking around. Very crushable, this bad boy. I like that green colour too. These are actually my two favourite colours, green and purple. When I was a kid, I used to always draw like hot rods and motorbikes and stuff, and I'd always deck them out like speedway cars and or like MotoGP or motocross, and I'd always have like green and purple sort of as like my team colours. That's why I always like Kawasaki. Even your little vehicles, Dorito, the green on them is fucking sick as. I think I said it to you once. Just that like lime green. It just looks cool when it comes to that sort of thing. Very clean, this boy. Unlike me, I'm dirty. So yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I got home from work at about 10:30. I didn't have lunch till late, and then I sort of had like an early dinner, but it's got to that stage where I sort of feel like I haven't had quite enough and I'm really hungry. I've got some like leftover curry in the fridge. I'm so tempted to smash it. Yeah. 28th Brisbane, 29th Sydney. Yeah. I remember seeing about, yeah, like a handful of gigs anyway. I could smash a heap of these, as I said. Do they do a Melbourne one? I think they do. Hmm. Oh, shit. Cool. I was watching a thing on Vegas the other day, Dorito, about the people that live underground. Pardon me. I've actually watched quite a bit on it over the couple of years, and yeah, it's fucking insane how many people are down there. Cheers, dude. Good to see you. Yeah, boy. So yeah, I did a West Coast before, dude. Hashtag epic amounts of pine. It's really good. Like proper old school Westie by Mountain Culture, one of my favourites here in Oz. And yeah, I was just during the review, I was just saying Craig would fucking love this beer because he's just absolutely digging the Westies like me at the moment. It's just exactly what he wants when he describes the beers and what he wants. So I'm like, oh, when Adam comes over here, hopefully they do that same beer around the same time because it's like a limited release. Yeah, there'd be so many different sides to Vegas. Another video I watched was Simon Wilson. He's from the UK. He does a heap of travel stuff and challenges and shit. And he had to stay. He wanted to stay a night in the worst rated hotel in Vegas and then the highest. That was pretty cool to watch. Just shit like that's cool. Like seeing sort of the opposite end of the scale when it comes to accommodation and stuff. And yeah, it was him. It was one of the videos where he was going down in the underground with another local fella, but they weren't really going in underneath. Whereas there's been other docos I've watched where they actually show them going down in under and yeah, like talking with all the people down there, and yeah, there's some hostility and shit. Yep, fucking oath. That comment right there, yes. Yeah, you got to do it, man. You've got to do it, especially with those hops you've got. I don't know how they're going now, but one thing is my lemon tree's fucking going nuts. Ever since I moved into the place I've been in, there was a couple of seasons where it just did fuck all, but for some reason this time around it's just killing it. I'm gonna have a shitload of lemons. I sort of wish I had got some other plants on the go. I want some chilies. I want mint. What else do I want? Speaking of, there was a plant I was looking at today. I don't know if it's available in Australia, but just the look of it, I was like, it's fucking sick. I'll see if I can find a photo. Yeah, this here. Look at that. You know how I said I love purple and green? It's like, look at that. It's started with C, a colic. It's like Coleus dragon or some shit like that. I'm like, that would look so sick just sitting in like your kitchen in like the windowsill and the it looks like it glows in the dark. It's insane. And that was a beer I had before, the West Coast. It was called Back to Cali. Yeah, the artwork Dorito. It was like had the sun and the palm trees and like a Cadillac looking car. Pretty cool. Back to Cali. It's got that sort of like Malibu sort of look to it. The brewer's originally from America, so yeah, that's what it reminded me of, like the lowrider. That's what it is. Yeah, we're trying to think of the name of it. Yeah, when someone said Cadillac, I was like, that's it. And then I'm like, nah. When the more I thought about it, Cadillac's like really long, isn't it? Monte Carlo. Yeah, yeah. Ah, cool. Yeah, because when I thought of Cadillac, I thought, oh, that's a car that like sort of some of the like it reminded me of Seinfeld when one of the characters in that buys a cat. Oh, I think it's Jerry buys a Cadillac for his parents, and they're down in Florida. They've moved from New York down to Florida. And I was like, no, that's more of like a lengthy sort of vehicle. Like it looks old school. Monte Carlo's sort of got that slight, like a, how would you describe it? Is it like a sort of Chevy sort of vibe to it? Hmm. Anyway, so yeah, this beer has been phenomenal, and I wish I had more of them. So pretty, I would say a rating for this, I would go, I reckon a 4.25 out of 5. And if that's a core range lager slash Pilsner, that's a very good score. Yeah. So it is a Chevy. Yeah. Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo. It's probably on like did you guys used to play that game Street Rod? Where the car would pull into the garage and you do the mods on it and shit on the old computers. That's where it reminds me of. So yeah, 4.25 for this bad boy. White Bay Czech Pilsner, 5% with the rebranding. And yeah, I think it's a core range beer from now. I'm not too sure, but they've got one called Gantry Crane, and it's probably the best lager I've had in Australia. So yeah, hopefully they're still brewing that because I'll have to get another one. And it's similar, but a bit more punchy and a bigger can. Yeah, so White Bay, big fan of these guys as far as lagers go in the country. I reckon they're top 3. Very, very good. Awesome. Yeah, that's cool, dude. You'd be getting the passion for it, the excitement would be there. When you brew though, and like, yeah, it turns out decent, and you're like, did I really do this? And they just hit the spot when you drink them. The enthusiasm's quite high. And every now and then you'll just get that one beer that doesn't work for you, and you're like, fuck. Especially if it's a bit costly too with ingredients. But no, you've probably got enough experience to be going pretty well. Keep up the research and trial and error with stuff. No, it's good. It's good hearing your passion for it, dude. And yeah, keep like checking out shit like Beer Man and Bumpy are very knowledgeable when it comes to brewing. But yeah, I don't know if you've got any brewer mates. It'd be awesome to see some of you guys like doing like an actual brew with a brewer at a brewery. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up and probably have something to eat and then go to bed. So yeah, good pilsner that one. I'll probably be about around a similar time tomorrow night. I've got some more beers coming in the mail, I think tomorrow or the next day. So who knows what I'll be reviewing. So yeah. Anyway, thanks guys for chiming in. We'll see you on the next. Cheers.